Well, I did a bunch of research online for a seal kit for this thing, and they're out there. But I think the only way I'm going to find what I need is to measure the seals that are in here. The other thing I didn't expect is it had oil in it. I should have guessed because of this, but yeah, that oil looks like it probably needed changed anyhow. Now, what I don't believe was leaking, because it would have been oil instead of water, is this O-ring that goes around here. So that's not the part that I believe is leaking. It's this seam right here, which after I clean this oil up, it looks like that should come apart now too. And the seals, I believe, that's leaking are going to be in here. Yeah, I got to research now and see. I think it's in the manual what kind of oil that uses, but yeah, that's just a thing that wobbles when it's running, and it runs along these plungers. And yeah, I sort of seen how the pump works. So yeah, the issue's not on this side. It's going to be on this side. But yeah, I got some mess to clean up here. Okay, so I think this is all further I'm going to go with this, but this is a pressure plate, and it looks like it is set in there. I'm assuming there's water in this. So yeah, so I don't know. I'm going to clean that up and slide it back in there. But yeah, this pump, I can already see a gap through there, so we're going to get into this here shortly. Well, I guess while I'm on a search for seals, yeah, this is pitted. This is the side that runs on the plungers, and this is the side that runs on that bearing in there. And yeah, that's going to destroy that bearing if I put that back in there. So yeah, I'm going to have to see if I can source one of these out also. Not looking good so far. Yeah, I thought it might be wise to pull that bearing. The bearing race in there on the backside looks good. I don't see any pitting on it. So yeah, bearing looks good too. Didn't see any damage on it. So just got to source this big washer, it looks like. All right, I think it's about time to open the pump up. So what it looks like is I'm going to need 6 of these. I made 6 because 1 extra, and these seals here. So these are not quite O-rings unless they used to be round. So they're kind of flat, but they go in here, and then there's one over here. And then these seals here go in here. I haven't cleaned this up yet, but I need 3 of them. So if the water was actually leaking out these slots right here, and I guess that's designed in so it doesn't build pressure on this side. But anyhow, yeah, so I got my work cut out for me. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to find one of these. All I can do is take some emery, maybe clean that up good, but I think I can find the seals. I just got to measure them and get the dimensions. So yeah, it's going to be a research night. I'll go ahead and put this up and see what you guys think. Thanks for watching. Well, this is about all I can do for now. Yeah, I should measure the O-ring in this. I'll go ahead and do that and write it on top of my paper. But yeah, these are the things I'm going to be searching for. Now, this is a high pressure seal, and I've seen a bunch of pictures on the internet. This one's definitely hard, but it's got like the split inside it. And I only took one out, but the flat side goes out. So make sure they go back in the right way. These are just flat O-rings, so I got them. And I'll go ahead and measure that seal, and then I guess I'm going to go search and see if I can find this stuff. and then also find out what kind of oil fell out of this thing. Well, I'm going to finish this video up on this pressure washer. I spent the last 2 days talking to a pump company and searching McMaster-Carr and several other sites. As you saw, I took the seals out, measured them. I couldn't find anything for a replacement. So yeah, I decided just to put it back together. Now I did find you can buy the whole pump, but it's 130 bucks. I'm not putting that kind of money into this. Engine does run good, and the manual said 75-90 non-detergent gear oil, and that's all I got. That's what went back in there. So yeah, the O-ring for the oil doesn't seem to be leaking. That's been sitting there fine. So yeah, it leaks water out the bottom, but hey, I'll use it until it blows up. Neighbor said he was interested in it. I'm not going to sell it to him. I've got basically 25 bucks tied up into it. $16 carb and these 2 adapters right here. I think that's all further we're going to go with it. So yeah, I'll just use it like it is, or worst case scenario, I've got a good engine, maybe a little tool cart. That might make a nice welding cart. So yeah, it probably get repurposed once that pump blows up. All right guys, thanks for watching.